You're still watching Breakfast Central. Quickly now, we segue to West Africa, Nigeria. Coming home, if you may. Now, the Nigerian government has announced the arrest of the leader of the proscribed Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, name of Nnamdi Kanu. Now, the disclosure was made by the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, at a joint press briefing with the heads of Department of Security Services and the police.
Now, he said that Nnamdi Kanu was apprehended by security agencies and brought back to Nigeria on Sunday. Nnamdi Kanu, who has been on the run after jumping bail, was arraigned before Justice Binta Iyako of the Federal High Court, Abuja, and placed in the custody of the Department of State Services.
Claimed leader of the proscribed secessionist Indigenous People of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, has, for your information, been intercepted through the collaborative efforts of the Nigerian intelligence and security services. He has been brought back to Nigeria in order to continue facing trial after disappearing while on bail regarding 11-count charge against him. Recent steps taken by the federal government saw to the interception of the fugitive Kanu on Sunday, the 27th day of June 2021. Kanu is as at now being produced before Federal High Court in continuation of hearing of his case, in respect of which he has evaded and indeed jumped bail.
All right, so there you have it from Minister of Justice Malami giving the briefing in the media yesterday about the arrest, interception and arraignment of Nnamdi Kanu. Now, we're joined by a political analyst and security expert, Dr. Ona, who returns back on Breakfast Central this morning. Dr. Ona, welcome back to Breakfast Central. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Ona. Now, let's get your reactions on the rearrest of Nnamdi Kanu, who fled the country way back in 2017 while on bail. What are your own sentiments?
Thank you very much for having me. I think it's a very positive development. It shows many things. It shows that our law enforcement agencies are capable of, making certain things happen. For example, rearresting fleeing fugitives. And it shows also that the international policing system does work. Because certainly he was seized with the help of Interpol. And it shows also that when the government is really after some actor, some perpetrator out there, if there is focus, they are able to achieve something. So I think it's a very positive development. I've been quite concerned with the activities of the Mr. Kanu and stoking violence in Nigeria while he's hiding overseas, starting this great secessionist movement. It's fine if he wants to succeed, but he shouldn't ask people to be burning police stations, killing policemen, and seizing their weapons. That is terrorism. There's nothing more. Just like what the Fulani herdsmen and the bandits do, and Boko Haram is all the same. That is terrorism. And so I think getting a hold of this guy to come and face justice. The fifth point it proves is that when you are on trial and you are granted bail, please come back and conclude your trial, because if you jump bail, you could be seized, just like this guy has been seized. So I think it's a very good day for the law enforcement authorities in Nigeria. It's a good day for the federal government. It shows that we are not just a government for show, we are a government with action.
Indeed, Justice Malami pointed out in that media briefing yesterday that it was a joint collaboration between the intelligence services and security operatives. Now, before we get to the next point here, let's listen to what the counsel to Nnamdi Kanu himself Marshal Abubakar had to say about the arrest of his client and the trial.
Well, Nnamdi Kanu was brought to court today. We witnessed they bringing him to court today, officials of the DSS and the Nigerian police. It was a combined team. He was brought to court today, and we're here why they brought him. I saw him in hood and handcuffs and leg chains. We're urging the government and urging the Nigerian states to ensure that all the rights of Mr. Nnamdi Kanu are respected as regards his trial. The trial will kickstart again starting from 26th of July 2021. We'll be here to see that all the paraphernalia, all the requirements of a fair trial, which is a sacred constitutional requirement entrenched in Section 36 of the Nigerian National Constitution, are complied and strictly adhered to.
All right, that was the marshal, one of the legal counsel for Nnamdi Kanu. And this brings or begs a lot of questions that Nigerians and even people in diaspora are asking. Now, Kanu has been accused of instigating violence, especially in the southeastern part of Nigeria, which resulted in the loss of lives, properties of civilians, destruction of civil institutions, and symbols of authority. The question we're asking Dr. Onu right now is, do you see him getting a fair trial with the way the rule of the law it's been carried out in Nigeria? Do you think it will be followed in his case in particular?
Well, I think it is better for him to get a trial than to get a bullet in the head. Having said that, I mean, what I mean by that is it's better for him to be put on trial than to be killed extrajudicially. And I'm happy that they didn't do that. He has counsel, Mr. Abubakar, that is representing him. He will have his day in court. He will state why he did what he did. And it's an open court. It might be that he might adduce evidence that might exonerate him. And or maybe even there's a technicality, since Nigerian judiciary has now become notorious for technicalities. Perhaps there might be a technicality that will enable the judiciary grant him freedom. And he might make a good case, who knows? So, but I think, yes, I think he is better off with the court system than if he had been killed or poisoned or whatever, happens to people out there sometimes. I think he's better off being tried and let him have his day in court and let people see what he has to say about why he engaged in what he did and his justification, and perhaps if he has enough proof, evidence to exonerate himself.
Well, at least, Doctor, now we're seeing a swift, judicial process, which is arrest, and arraignment in the Abuja court. So looks like we're going to be moving fast with this one legally in this country. But his arrest has been seen by many perhaps as a big blow to all the Biafra movement and talks and secessionist, sentiments. While we hear that the Northern Coalition for Northern groups are calling for a referendum, do you share that sentiment? Will this be perhaps the beginning of the end for the Biafran sentiments, and with their leader now appearing in courts, whatever technicalities that may happen in courts, so to speak?
Well, I'm more of a security analyst than a political analyst. I'm not too much into politics. I think, if you ask me, I don't agree with secessionist movements. I think they are wrong-headed, wherever they may be, whether they are Biafra, whether they are Oduduwa, whether they are Middle Belt, whether they are Northern, whatever. I think they are wrong-headed. There are problems in the Nigerian state, in the Nigerian polity. We have serious political problems. We have economic problems. We have security problems in this country, which deserve serious tackling and resolution. All these secessionist movements they don't have, I have said before many times that the leadership, the political leadership of the East has not signed on the secessionist movement. So this is a rogue operation. So I really don't think that this had any chance of going anywhere as it were. So I don't see it as a big blow. There's a lot of hunger in the land. There's a lot of joblessness. And so when somebody is somewhere there stoking violence and people don't have anything to do, they sign on eventually because, in fact, the constituted political authority, I'm talking about the governors and the local government chairman, and in fact, even the national government, they are not doing what they are supposed to do in terms of providing a means that is providing for the welfare, let's put it that way, going by section 14(2)(b) of the Constitution, providing the welfare of the citizenry. So that's how come it is possible for through radio and through TV and through online messaging for some rogue figure like this to get into the living room or into the hearts of some young people. And actually the dangerous thing now, not just talking to them, actually moving some people to take action. That is really very dangerous.
Well, thank you once again, Dr. Ona, for coming on Breakfast Central. Always such a delight to have you on the program.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning.